Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news, all right, Browns fans. Let's dive into what's been happening lately and what it might mean for our team's future. As many of you know, the Cleveland Browns are going through a tough patch right now. We've seen a season filled with ups and downs, and unfortunately, lately, it's mostly been downs. The team is currently sitting at 3-11, with a 3-game losing streak that's really testing the patience of everyone in the dog pound. But amidst all this, there's been a lot of talk about our quarterback, Dillon Gabriel, and what his future might look like in the NFL. So let's unpack that, because what's happening now could influence the Browns' trajectory for years to come. First off, it's important to understand that Gabriel, a talented player who showed a lot of promise at the University of Oklahoma, has had a bit of a slow start in the league. Thanks largely to the struggles of the Browns this season, Gabriel's been under a lot of pressure to perform, and truth be told, he's yet to really hit his stride. The Browns, as an organization, have been trying to find their footing after a tumultuous couple of seasons, and it's clear that the quarterback position has been a hot topic. Now with the team sitting at the bottom of the AFC North, 4th place, with no playoff hopes in sight, it seems like the future of our QB room is more uncertain than ever. What's been particularly tough for Gabriel is the recent move to bring in Shedur, the former Colorado Buffaloes quarterback, as the season winds down. This shift doesn't exactly scream confidence in Gabriel, and that's natural for fans who are eager for stability at the quarterback spot. Shedur, with his fresh arm and college success, is seen by many as a potential future star, and the Browns have been doing their due diligence by evaluating all options. But it's not just about the immediate season anymore. It's about what the Browns see in Gabriel's future, and whether he can develop into a reliable starter or if he's destined to be a backup at best. Now, according to recent comments from College Football HQ's Nick Merriam, who's been analyzing NFL draft classes, the outlook for Gabriel isn't exactly glowing. Merriam ranked Gabriel as a serviceable at best NFL player, suggesting he might stick around the league as a backup quarterback, but not necessarily as a long-term starter. That's a tough reality for Browns fans who want their young quarterback to grow and take charge. Merriam even said, Dillon Gabriel looks like he could stick in the league for a while as a game-managing backup quarterback. That phrase is exactly the kind of praise that makes you jump with excitement, but it's honest. It's a reminder that Gabriel's journey in the NFL might be more about learning and filling in as a backup, rather than being the guy leading us to the promised land. But here's the thing. Football is a game of development, and not everyone hits their peak early. Gabriel, who's only in his 2nd NFL season, still has plenty of time to prove himself. It's important to remember that not every quarterback blossoms overnight. Look at how many greats had rocky starts but eventually became legends. For Gabriel, it's about taking the lessons from this rough patch and growing from them. The Browns' coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has always emphasized development, and they've shown a willingness to give young players chances. But the clock is ticking, especially with the team's current position and the influx of new talent in the quarterback market. Now, let's not forget that Gabriel is a guy who's shown flashes of potential. He's got a quick release, decent mobility, and enough arm strength to make the throws we need. The problem is consistency, decision-making under pressure, and adapting to NFL defenses. It's not easy, and for a team in rebuild mode, that's a lot to ask of a young quarterback. Still, the Browns have a history of developing quarterbacks. Remember Baker Mayfield, and even some of the other guys who came through Cleveland before him. It's a process, and sometimes patience is the key. What's really interesting is the contrast between Gabriel and Shedur. While Gabriel's future seems a bit uncertain and may be limited to a backup role, Sanders is viewed by many as a potential game changer. His college tape was impressive, and his athleticism and arm talent have caught the eyes of NFL scouts. If the Browns decide to go that route, it could signal a shift in how they're thinking about their quarterback position long-term. But that's a story for another day. For now, Gabriel is still fighting to keep his spot, and he's doing his best to improve with every snap. Despite all the adversity, Gabriel remains committed. He's spoken publicly about his focus on football and his dedication to the team. Remember his comments from August when he said, "First off, I'm all about our team, you know what I mean? And each other. I would never make that, and I've said it before, that's why it's interesting. But for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all in the media. Competitor, that's what I am and all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do. So that's it." That kind of mindset shows a guy who's serious about his craft, even if the results haven't been there yet. It's about resilience, about fighting through the tough times, and about keeping that Browns pride alive. Looking ahead, if Gabriel doesn't get another shot this season, he'll finish with just 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, numbers that don't exactly scream franchise QB, but they're part of his growth process. The Browns are in a rebuilding phase, and the coaching staff will have to decide whether Gabriel fits into their long-term plans or if they need to pivot to someone else. But one thing's clear. He's learning, he's fighting, and he's showing that he's got the mindset to keep pushing forward. Now, Browns fans, I want to talk about what all this means for us. The Browns are at a crossroads, and the decisions made now could shape our team's future for years. Do we stick with Gabriel and hope he develops into our guy? Or do we look elsewhere and start fresh with a new quarterback? These are tough questions, but they remind us just how important every season, every game really is. We've seen periods of rebuilds before, and each time it takes patience, faith, and a lot of passion. That's what makes being a Browns fan so special. We never give up. We support our team through thick and thin, through the highs and the lows. And no matter what, we believe in the potential of our players to turn things around. The Browns have a talented roster, especially on defense, with stars like Myles Garrett and others leading the way. The offense, led by young players and a promising running game, can be explosive if everything clicks. But it all starts with the quarterback, and right now, Gabriel is the guy trying to earn that trust. He's got the talent, but he needs consistency, confidence, and a bit of luck. The coaching staff is watching closely, and they'll have some tough choices to make in the offseason. Meanwhile, Browns fans, let's keep the faith. This season may not have gone our way, but every game is a lesson. Every play is an opportunity to learn and grow. As fans, it's our job to support our team, to cheer loud, and to believe that brighter days are ahead. The AFC North is still a tough division, with teams like the Ravens and Steelers always in the mix, but that's what makes this rivalry so exciting. We're not just fighting for wins, we're fighting to restore our pride and to bring that Lombardi trophy back to Cleveland. In the end, what's happening with Dillon Gabriel might just be a chapter in a larger story about perseverance and rebuilding. The Browns have faced adversity before, and every time they've come back stronger. So whether Gabriel is the future of our franchise or not, he's part of that journey. And as Browns fans, we're all in this together. We support our players, our coaches, and our team, knowing that with patience, dedication, and a little bit of that Cleveland grit, we'll be back on top someday. So keep your heads up, Browns Nation. The road ahead might be bumpy, but it's also full of hope. And I believe, just like you do, that the best is yet to come. We're a proud franchise with a rich history, and we've got what it takes to turn this around. Stay loyal, stay loud, and let's keep pushing forward. Because at the end of the day, we're all about that Browns spirit. The resilience, the passion, and the unwavering belief that brighter days are just around the corner. Pause here just for a second. If you want, the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Gabriel's future? Do you believe he can turn things around, or do you think the Browns need to look elsewhere in the offseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Let's keep the faith alive and show our team that we're behind them no matter what. We're Browns fans, loyal, passionate, and always hungry for that next victory. Let's go, Browns.